Hello, and yeah, it's been not a while since I made a video this time since I'm actually planning on making content. And, the Kingslayer 3 lore video is going to take quite a while to finish it off because I want the series to not end off half-baked, so I'm just going to make a video intermissionary for it. And what better way to do it than a Terraria mod tier list, because tier lists, they always garner attention and views for other people to watch your other videos. So let's get right into it. I have all the mods that I've played, so don't get angry if your favorite mod's not on there. These are just the ones I've played. So, yeah, let's get right into it right here with Shadows of Abaddon. See, there are some fun bosses, Arizor and stuff. The items, some stuff is starting to get a bit dated, so I don't know if I should include this in B or C, because it's like it hasn't had an update in a long time, and there, even though what's it called, True Mode Overhaul Part 1 is being worked on, just some bosses are really projectile spammy in the current state that it's at. I think it's going to be a C tier. Dragon Ball Terraria. This one is a fun one. I really like this one because it adds cool new abilities without, it doesn't add any bosses if I remember correctly, but like I love doing all the Saiyans and stuff. It's always so fun when you go into it and go into fights using it. I think this is a solid A tier. So though, actually, it could be S tier. Because right, there's a lot of stuff that's added in this mod, a lot of cool attacks, a new key subclass, or no, new key class. So yeah, I think that's going to be a high A tier for me. Oh, boys, this one's going to be a long one. See, Calamity Mod, it is the unrivaled king in adding a ton of content. You do not get as much content with any other content mod compared to Calamity. And that's the thing, is like, even though some bosses may be annoying, see like a Ravager, see Astrum Aureus, this still is a really, it has a lot of fun weapons. Rogue, even though the mechanic is, I don't really like the rogue mechanic, it's still pretty good. It's just that there's so much content that's being added in this. It's such an old mod at this point. It's had so much worked on it that I just don't see it ever not being a good mod. It's a good, solid mod, and even though a lot of people say it's bad, I don't think it's bad. I think there's some people hold it to a way too high pedestal. So that's why I think this is going to be lower A tier. Now, this is not saying I don't believe it's an S tier mod. I am not sure if I'm even going to use the S tier. I probably am considering the next mod, but I'll get into that in a second. It just, this mod, you can't really call it a bad mod. It's a solid mod for you to fall back on. It has quite a few pretty difficult bosses, even though some of it is pretty annoying. See the ones I talked about earlier. I can probably even get even more bosses that are annoying. But like you just don't get as much bang for your buck in literally any other mod. No mod adds as much content other than maybe Shadows of Abaddon. But Shadows of Abaddon, no, that doesn't add as much content. What am I even talking about? It just adds a bunch of content, but like there's just no way I'm gonna put it anywhere other than A tier. Like I don't always have fun playing the mod because there's some areas balance wise, but I can like upper B tier just isn't doing Calamity Mod like the biggest Calamity Mod with like amazing. Oh, I forgot to even get into the score. The score. Oh boys, that's beautiful. There's some great soundtracks. It's always very fun. Some great songs. I just, every song is fun to listen to. So I don't think it's going anywhere other than like mid to high A tier. Not as, you know, fuck it, yeah. You're higher than Dragon Ball Terraria. Fargo's Mutant Mod. Oh boys. Oh, I mean Souls Mod. Oh boys, this one's a good one. Nope. We're putting up here. You can't say with fights like the mutants, the abomination, all the Terry bosses, all the champions. Well, yeah, Terry just makes some beautiful bosses. It's just it's a good mod. It's a very, very good mod. The Champions, very fun bosses. Well, they're mini bosses, but I consider them bosses pretty much. They just have the mini boss bar. But like, there's there's so many fun bosses in here. The Deviant I kind of like, not as much as the Mutant or the Abomination, but like it's still it's hard. It's pretty hard. I love all the Eternity mode changes. The souls, even though they get really grindy near the end game, they're still, I love souls. They're very fun. The enchantments, all those things. And I just love how overpowered your character gets at the end. Like, even you feel more powerful than you do in Calamity, and that's a pretty good thing. Usually, it feels the power fantasy. Yeah, that's S tier. Mod of Redemption. Oh, boys, this is my favorite mod, but, like, objectively, I can't put it in S tier. I have the 0.8 build, so I would put it in S tier. But the problem is that, like, there's some weapon issues. There's not that much content for any of the other classes other than Druid. Druid has some balance issues. Seed of Infection. I mean, not Seed of Infection, Infected Eye. Luckily, that's gone. But in the current build, it's still there, and I don't think it's a very good boss, even though Calamity has a few similar bosses to Seed of Infection, namely Calamitous Clone. Yeah. I think I'm putting it right here. That seems like a solid placement for it. 0.8, when you start playing the Nebby stuff, the Nebby content, like, Nebby's a very fun fight. Kingslayer 3 rework's really fun. Now the Infected Eye is going to be gone. The very funny Spooky World, that, it's not out yet, but that's going to be awesome, and I think once the subworld's out, this is going to be S tier, so I think I might go over these rankings again, depending on how people like the video, but yeah, I think I'll go there. Overhaul. For purely the amount of changes it makes to vanilla and stuff, just how much it shakes things up, shakes combat up and stuff, I think that's going S tier. You know, it's just, I love the dodging and stuff. It's very fun. I love dodging. I love the forest fires. Man, I love my house going flame. It's awesome when you lose all your work to fire. Actually, no, fuck that. No, you're gone. You're gone to the Shadow Realm. I've burnt down my house before because I forgot to turn off the config. Yeah, fuck you, Overhaul. In fact, hold on. Fuck you. I hate you. Pinkymod. I love the subworlds. They're fun. I don't think the bosses are anything they're not really exceptional bosses in my opinion. Just, I haven't played the new update yet, so I can't really make judgment based off that update, but I'm making judgment on this on the update before last, the most recent update, where, like, I love the Desert Town, the Void Realm. I just, I don't know, I just don't really like some of the bosses. I think the subworlds make that a B tier, but I just can't with some of the bosses in there. They're annoying. Especially the final boss. That's just, it's, in my opinion, not a very fun boss. But that could also be because I'm really bad at the game. They just made projectile spam as possible, make it a bullet hell boss, but so could just not be my thing. Thorium. Okay. This is an original mod. I'm using the primordials, of course, because I couldn't get the thumbnail icon for it. Because I was too lazy. But, like, Thorium is, it's fun. It's, like, some of the bosses are fun. The two classes are pretty okay. I think Healer is a meh class. Bard is good. I think Bard's a good class. Probably a bit more depth than Druid. Maybe, like, a bit more as well than Rogue. Like, Druid has some of the system's spirit weapons and stuff. I like Bard. But the problem is that it's starting to get a bit dated. The mod is definitely dated in some areas, especially Abyssion. So I think you're going to be going B tier. So I didn't use the F tier because I think this is a very solid list. If you think it sucks, if you think it's bad, leave a dislike and then comment, because that's how it always works. And I'm going to be uploading this video. Goodbye.